It's Peaches here, and this is Peaches Pit Party, the podcast. A lot of puh sounds with that title. A replay of today's full show, which you can hear weekday afternoons live on K-Bear 101. I hope you like what I have to say, and if not, well, then I'm sorry, not sorry. Enjoy. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. I am here. The start of Peaches Pit Party. Feel free to get a hold of me over at 208-535-1015. The big news that dropped right before we started the noon hour of madness and mayhem powered by Jalisco's is that the lineup for Sick New World 2025 was announced at the Las Vegas Festival Grounds Saturday, April 12th, 2025. You got Metallica and Linkin Park as the headliners. You got Queens of the Stone Age, AFI, Evanescence. You got a whole lot of different bands, mostly metal bands like Gojira, Ministry. You got Mayhem on there, Cannibal Corpse, Mastodon. And then you also have The Hives, 311, Filter. Many different bands on here. Looks like it's going to be one stacked festival. The one band that Victor was super excited for was Acid Bath, being right there near the top of the lineup page. You also got Cradle of Filth on there. I myself would love to go to a festival like that, but I also think, man, maybe Vegas in April, that would be extremely hot. I have to go through all those. I'd have to run around, try catching all my favorite bands. I haven't been to a festival at all. I haven't been to Vegas overall either in like 20 years. The last time that I was there was back when I was like 8 years old. My family and I went on vacation there, and we stayed at Circus Circus, and I saw all these rides that I wanted to go on. And I remember my dad going, nope, we're not riding any of those. They're way too expensive. We ended up just going to like the kids arcade. I forgot exactly where, but somehow I ended up with all these different plushies that ended up going into a basket for a good amount of years before we ended up selling all of them at a garage sale. So that's my Vegas experience. I've been meaning to go back, but maybe sometime soon, maybe sometime next year. Hopefully I can go to the Sick New World Festival next year. We'll see. I'll find an excuse to go to Vegas. I want to bring this up on the show as often as possible for those that are just now tuning in. Maybe it's the first time you've heard me talk about this, about the non-existent but still for some reason enforced restriction on people trick-or-treating. There was somebody, I talked about it on the show yesterday, and there was somebody very nice enough to message us on the K-Bear 101 Facebook page saying, hey, I allow adults at my place. You can stop by, get candy. I allow all ages to show up for trick-or-treating. There should be no age limit on enjoying Halloween. No matter how old you are, you can feel free to enjoy wearing costumes, eating candy, decorating your place. It doesn't make any sense as to why there's a supposed age restriction on trick-or-treating. And I was looking here at this, at what the Today Show did. They asked an etiquette expert to weigh in, who claims themselves to be an etiquette expert. And this etiquette expert says it's not the age of the trick-or-treater that matters, it's their behavior. Basically, if they're being respectful and just enjoying the fun of trick-or-treating, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, who's going to be more disrespectful than some like rowdy young kid? There are some young kids out there where the parents go, you know what? Let the kids be kids. Meanwhile, the kids like wrecking your jack-o'-lanterns out front. I would never do anything like that. I would just, I kind of want to just show up to people's front doors on Halloween and say trick or treat. See if there is anybody out there that will hit me with that classic line of, aren't you a little too old to be trick or treating? And I was looking more into the survey here. Nearly half of American adults that were polled agree. 46% said you're never too old to trick or treat. 19% said age 5 to 16 is the age to stop. 15 to 16 is the age to stop. Nah. And 16% said kids should stop at around 17 or 18, and 1% said they don't want anyone over the age of 9 knocking on their door. I want to find those people in this area that are a part of that 1%. I've got some choice words for them. We've talked about this in the past plenty of times. Talked about the fails of the China Zoo that tried passing off dogs painted as pandas as panda bears. They're very clearly small dogs painted as pandas. And wasn't there another zoo in China that was trying to pass off a human in a bear suit as an actual bear? Well, I've got some other fake animal news from China for you. Out of Shenzhen, China, at this aquarium, the Chow Misha SeaWorld in Shenzhen, which opened on October 1st. So it's only it had a 5-year renovation that it went through. So it's only been open for 2 weeks. During its week-long dry run, the 645,000 square foot Ocean Zoo attracted around 100,000 visitors who paid around $40 to enter this aquarium. And they saw a whale shark, a particular whale shark. Well, this is not actually a whale shark. It's a robot. Turns out that the whale shark in the exhibit is 100% just a robot. It looks like one of those animatronics you'd see at Disneyland if you were to go like on the, or even like the Universal Studios Jurassic Park ride. Looks exactly like an animatronic out of one of those rides. And people are screaming online, talking about how they felt cheated after realizing this so-called regal sea beast was actually just a mechanical doppelganger. And somebody said on the social media platform, is it Xiaohan Shu? The most disappointing part was the whale shark exhibit. When I heard the name, I was full of anticipation, but when I arrived, I saw a mechanical whale shark. It's not interesting at all. Yeah, definitely not interesting. This right here is your Shot Clock Sports Update. All right, I hope you're ready to talk about food for this Shot Clock Sports Update here. People Magazine, they put together a list of NFL Stadium's food. NFL Stadium foods you have to try at least once. Included are such over-the-top menu items as the Ringer Corn Dog at a Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana, a sweet and spicy foot-long corn dog drizzled with honey and rolled in blue Taki crumbs. No, thank you. That one sounds pretty bad. This next one, I kind of like. Crab pretzels out of M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Pretzels in the shape of crabs with a creamy crab dip for dunking. You also got the pizza burger at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, a burger with lettuce, tomato, marinara sauce, and melted mozzarella sandwiched between 2 pepperoni pizza buns. And there's also the Nacho Duo out of Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Tostitos and Fritos topped with chipotle chicken, guacamole, lime chicharrones, or is it chicharrones, and hot sauce cream. Then for pickleball, QVC, known for their home shopping networks on TV and streaming, they have signed a deal with USA Pickleball to bring the sport to its platforms. QVC has acquired the exclusive broadcast rights of USA Pickleball and will be carrying the 2024 BioFreeze USA Pickleball National Championships in November. And then in some pro football memorabilia news, Tom Brady has partnered with Sotheby's to auction off some of his personal items. Sotheby's The GOAT Collection will feature some sports memorabilia, such as a Tampa Bay Buccaneers helmet, the jersey he wore during his final game at the University of Michigan, and the shirt he wore during the 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine in 2000. Imagine saying you got Tom Brady's shirt from 2024, or from 24 years ago, I should say, back when he was trying out to be an NFL quarterback. Also on sale will be some of his luxury watches. The items will go on a tour around the country before being auctioned off in December. Many items go up for sale. They're expected to fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars. Can you imagine trying to steal like Tom Brady's old shirt? If you're one of those that's anticipating the tour route, walk up to the exhibit, just take a tour shirt, take that shirt and just put it under your shirt and run away with it. There would be a whole investigation for sure on that item. That is it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. K-Bear 101, I had to bring in Victor for this break here about Sick New World. That lineup.
Acid Bath! Peaches Acid Bath's playing the show. They're back. First time since 97. Oh!
I was 1.
You were 1?
Back in 97.
See, and that's about when I discovered them. I discovered them like right when they broke up. And it was very sad because I knew I'd never get to see them live. All the members were like, no, that band will never come back. Never. And it's been...
You can never believe that, though.
But at this point, I mean, I thought after 10 years, like, okay, there's no chance. Then after 20 years, it never even occurred to me that that could be a possibility. That was the most unexpected thing I could ever imagine in the world of music.
I could think, though, when it comes to going to festivals like this, I think people have gotten way too spoiled. Way too spoiled nowadays.
Oh, yeah, based on the whiners in the Octane group I saw?
It's ridiculous how many different comments I've seen, even on our page. The 2022 lineup was better.
No, it wasn't. Acid Bath wasn't on it. There is no lineup that was better.
I see a comment here. Can someone officially confirm that this is Dax Riggs' Acid Bath and not a tribute band?
Yes.
Because if so, then, oh, yes, I'll be there. It's like, Okay, Rachel, let's prove to
Leave
you
the
why
comments.
you're worthy.
Leave her a comment and say, yes, it is Dax Riggs' acid bath.
Well, there's 3 replies. Oh my God, someone gave her a whole paragraph.
Okay. Did they tell her, yes, it is?
Sammy Pierre Duet posted the following: "The bath will return April 12th, 2025 at Sick New World. Our heads are literally exploding. We'll be playing select songs from our 2 full-length LPs. See you there, friends. Let the Blackness Roll On, Sammy Duet, Dax Riggs, and Mike Sanchez.
The original
AKA
members, yeah.
Acid Bath.
Yeah, everyone, the bass player passed away, and I don't know what's up with the drummer. I think it's a different drummer.
It'd be real shocking to see the bass player on stage.
Well, hologram could always happen.
Do you think that will happen in the future? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how insulting would it be if Linkin Park said, let's drop Emily, let's bring back hologram Chester Bennington?
I bet
Maybe
we'll-
then all those Chester elitists would shut up.
I bet we'll start seeing some of that with other bands. Like, I'm sure we'll see hologram Kiss. I wouldn't be surprised to see hologram Pink Floyd now that
Hologram Tupac?
anybody who's sold all of their musical rights to one of these big labels, I bet the labels will do something to get people to come out and see that music live.
I saw Carly just wrote the letter L for the Sick New World lineup.
Boo!
It's
Acid
like,
Bath is on it.
What are you expecting? Like,
You know what? It could be Backstreet Boys, Justin Bieber, Dua Lipa, Olivia Rodrigo, whoever else, and Acid Bath, and it would still be the best Sick New World lineup ever.
I'd honestly rather go see those bands compared to some other bands, that we play around here.
Yeah, dude, it's a great lineup. I mean, you've got Gojira, Mastodon, and Metallica and Linkin Park will put on a great show.
Of course.
They will. It'll be awesome. But the rest of the lineup, you got Cannibal Corpse, Death Clock. I mean, countless awesome bands on that lineup.
Oh, you got some laugh reacts in your comment. I didn't even realize that you put Acid Bath what on the original post.
Oh, yeah.
And you got, let's see here, you got one laugh react from a guy named Ryan. Well, guys named Ryan always like to hate. And
I'm sure I had some likes on it,
oh,
right?
you did. One guy said that was the first thing I noticed. That's going to be incredible.
Yeah, dude. Like Metal Injection shared it and a bunch of others. And it's in the headline for all of the major news, like metal news sites that are promoting the lineup announcement. All of them are like, holy crap, Acid Bath. And Tomahawk. Tomahawk hasn't played any shows for probably 20-something years or so. I don't know. I saw him when I was a teenager, either opening for Tool or Primus.
I'm shocked Crossfade is not on here, though. They just announced their reunion.
I thought I saw him on the bill, but maybe I'm thinking of Sponge.
Sponge is probably what you're thinking of, but someone was commenting, no System of a Down?
Who cares?
And it's like,
and System of a Down's one of my favorite bands, but Acid Bath's on there. I don't
Acid
care.
Bath.
I don't care.
Acid Bath, Acid Bath,
Acid
Acid
Bath's
Bath.
Acid Bath. It's like, you don't need anybody else. Just have them play all day long.
You got to let us know what your progress is on the Media Pass, if you're able to get one.
Yeah, if I'm able to get one, that'd be sweet. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take out a loan. Something, I'm hoping this means they'll play more shows.
Cut off the kids and say, kids, you're on your own. I need to see Acid Bath.
Yeah. Sorry, kids. I'm not your dad anymore.
That's right. You're an independent woman.
You no longer
You don't
have
need
a
no
father.
man.
You don't have a father anymore. I'm going to Vegas.
This could be a great question for Lieutenant Crane when he comes in on Friday for traffic school powered by the Advocates. I'm going to have to note this down on the computer here. This sheriff out of Cobb County, Georgia, he wanted it his way at Burger King, but Burger King messed up his order, so he became irate and called for backup. He was caught on newly released body cam footage that shows him sending his deputies to the restaurant after the staff allegedly got his order wrong. There's quotes of him saying, I wanted a Whopper, no mayo, cut in half. I don't need no darn money back no more. I just need to find out who owns this place so I can do an official complaint. Something tells me this guy is going to lose his job. Over what? Well, a Burger King mishap. Isn't that funny? Isn't that sad? Now he's getting made fun of nationally on the radio prep, which makes things even worse. Plus, I'm sure that body cam footage is going around online. That guy should be ashamed to walk around in public. And if you're like me and you go through the drive-thru of any fast food restaurant quite a lot, you're kind of disappointed almost when you get this little tiny container of whatever sauce you need for whatever you're ordering. Well, supposedly back in July, when Burger King announced the rollout of this limited edition, limited time only fiery menu full of spicy sandwiches and sides, there was one inclusion that joined the permanent menu: the Hidden Valley Ranch dip cups, initially offered as a cooling counterbalance to the fiery chicken fries, but complimentary to BK's entire menu. This little container only contains 1 ounce of sauce. So Burger King and Hidden Valley Ranch are now collaborating on this huge 8-ounce cup called the Big Dip. And this will only be available while supplies last. And I'm looking at the picture here. It's showing somebody dipping what looks to be a very photoshopped Whopper to make it actually look attractive into this tub of ranch. Why doesn't every fast food restaurant just follow this? Offer the Big Dip at like KFC, McDonald's, Taco Bell even. I don't want to have to ask for like 7 fire sauce packets because I ordered 2 items and 1 sauce packet barely has sauce inside. I want to dunk my Crunchwrap Supreme in fire sauce. Come on now. Let's briefly talk about aliens here. I don't know if Victor saw this story and talked about it this morning. It's on the same radio prep both him and I use. A British professor named Simon Holland, he is promising a major announcement regarding extraterrestrial life in the coming weeks. He has collaborated with NASA on a variety of projects, says an alien civilization has been found in our galaxy and will be confirmed very soon in what he believes will be the biggest announcement in the history of the world. He suggests the announcement could coincide with the U.S. election. That would be pretty funny. The election's going on, and some guy comes running on stage and goes, "We got alien friends," and then takes the spotlight away from both Kamala and Trump. Stay tuned for that, I guess. I'm not really sure what to think of this. I'll believe it when I see it. A Frontier Airlines passenger had this insane meltdown on a flight from San Diego to Las Vegas after she was told that the pilot would not taxi the plane back to the gate so that she could retrieve her phone that she left there. Now, this seems reasonable, or a reasonable reason to freak out, right? The woman, who was not identified but was captured on video by a fellow passenger, immediately flew into a rage, made some crazy claims. She said she was a sovereign ruler, president of this whole darn country, and 7 continents is what she owns. Now, this is she's crazy, isn't she? Now, she's accused the pilot of being racist, and that's why he refused to drive the plane back to the gate. She then turned to the other passengers and said, "Keep laughing, watch what happens. You'll be expired just like the battery on your watch." Okay, once again, we have a crazy person on an airline. Now this lady is, I haven't seen the video pop up. It hasn't gone crazy viral, but I should. Maybe I should use some of that audio for Victor's show. Keep laughing, watch what happens. You'll be expired just like the battery on your watch. The Victor Wilt Show on K-Bear 101. And it is now that time to talk about today's To Peach Their Own question. And I figured, you know what? Today's question would be inspired by the Sick New World lineup getting announced for next year, Saturday, April 19th at the Las Vegas Festival Grounds. So many people these days are just, get rid of this band, add this band. They're treating it as if it's like a pick and choose buffet menu. And that not only happens with festivals, it happens with tours getting announced all the time. So I figured, why not ask you, what bands would you immediately try to book if you were in charge of your own festival? Was looking at some of the answers here. Got Ashland, Ice Nine Kills, and Nothing More. 2 great bands I would love to see at a festival. Jordan, Lorna Shore, and Death Clock. Now that'd be pretty cool. Joe had this ginormous answer. I was very happy to see him really put thoughts, a lot of thought into this. Ice Nine Kills, Diablo Swing Orchestra, Snuffed on Sight. He really went for a mixture of local talent and heavy artists overall. I see Passage of Acheron on there, a whole bunch of bands. You can see his comment on our Facebook group at K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal. I want to ask you live on the air right now, what bands would you immediately try to book if you were in charge of your own festival? Let me know. 208-535-1015. I'll get you live on air here in just a few. What band or bands would you immediately try to book at your own festival? Let's say you're a festival booker, you're wanting to book your favorite bands for everyone to witness, everyone to enjoy, who immediately comes to your mind? Saw another answer from Stephanie in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal Facebook group. Bad Omens, The Used, 10 Years, I Prevail, Bastille, Fivefold, and Sleep Token. Some good answers in there. I wouldn't personally put Bastille in the middle of that, but this is why it's the Stephanie Fest, and this is why it's called To Peach Their Own. Harold has Tool and Nine Inch Nails. You know, if Victor saw those two bands touring together, he would lose his mind. Very similarly to how he lost his mind when he saw Acid Bath was going to be at the Sick New World Festival, the first time being live since like 1997. I was 1 back in 1997. I was thinking maybe for my answer for this question, what bands would you immediately try to book if you were in charge of your own festival? I think I would go for the basic girl fest. I'll call it that to make it clean for on air. Spirit Box, Bad Omens, Sleep Token, Dayseeker. Put those 4 bands together on one tour. You know how many tickets would sell? It would sell a lot, and I mean a lot. And it would sell fast too. To have Bad Omens, Spirit Box, Dayseeker, and Sleep Token in one tour, in one show, I mean. 208-535-1015. What bands would you immediately try to book if you were in charge of your own festival? If nobody calls in, I'll just move on to something else. No big deal. Hey, K-Bear, thanks for calling in. You here to answer today's To Peach Their Own?
Yeah.
All right, now what bands would you immediately try to book if you were in charge of your own festival?
Electric Six. I keep trying to get you guys to play them, but you haven't yet. And then Electric Six and another guy I like, Webb Wilder, but he doesn't do like big shows. He's always keeps it very small.
You might as well have Weird Al Yankovic in that lineup too, from the theme that you're almost going with here. Maybe even
I almost said that.
Maybe even like the Lonely Island too.
I mean, yeah, just a good feel good vibe, just
something silly from what it seems like.
Festival.
I almost feel like there should be some ska bands in this thing too. Like let's get Less Than Jake in here.
Or the one of the most arguable ska bands out there, Smash Mouth.
Oh yeah. Oh no, their lead singer just died. I forgot. Or he died like a couple years ago.
Oh.
I think.
Didn't know that.
I forgot about that too, unfortunately. Let me look this up. Smash Mouth.
Yeah, we need confirmation.
He died last year in Boise, out of all places.
What?
Yeah, he died
September
4th, 2023 in Boise, Idaho, where he passed.
Wow. A little over a year ago.
I think he had liver failure.
Well, if you were in Smash Mouth, wouldn't you?
Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.